Hello friends, the current module is based on the information analysis, packaging and consolidation services. The objective of this module is to outline the specialized services known as information analysis, repackaging and consolidation services. The activities and products are discussed with the help of some of the information consolidation services and centers in India. It outlines the potential benefits that may be derived from the use of consolidated information. It provides the examples of information consolidation units, centers in India. The specialized libraries are central with the method of information transfer to its user with special desires. These are featured with the assortment of various information sources in different formats. With this dynamical nature of information, the services provided are modified by the appearance of technology. The supply of information has also conjointly modified. These library services are categorically offered at two levels. One at the fundamental and alternative at the intermediate level. Fundamentally, special libraries disseminate the specialized information by responding to the queries of the specialized users, either in the form of detailed information or through the research and the technical journals. Now, what is the need and genesis of information analysis, consolidation and repackaging in specialized libraries? There is a scarcity of applicable information which may be comprehended, assimilated and used for its user and potential users for their specific needs. On one hand, there is a need of given topic encompasses a surplus of literature. On other hand, an amazing majority of potential users who might be benefited from information there in literature cannot be used by it. The use and impact of information are central issues for all information professionals, likewise as for the entire information infrastructure. Consolidated information aims at being more appropriate to the users, their needs and levels. The capability of the users, all the time allotments given to the information absorption by similar users related factors. Now, what is information consolidation? The consolidated information is public knowledge specifically selected, analyzed, evaluated and possibly restructured and repackaged for the purpose of serving some of the immediate decisions, problems and information needs of the defined clientele or the social group who otherwise may not be able to effectively and efficiently access and use the knowledge as available in the great amount of document or in its original form. The criteria for selection, evaluation, restructuring and repackaging of the knowledge are derived from the potential clients. Now, what is the process of information analysis, consolidation and repackaging? Prior the analysis and synthesis of information, following aspects required to be resolved. That is, the determination of an associate structure and rationalization pattern for the contents or characteristic of information to be analyzed and synthesized. That is, creation of the table of contents, a classification or codification scheme, a typology or a key to character on the idea of that information is first analyzed and so synthesized. Consideration of the objectives, resources, constraints at the intervals that analysis and synthesis are to be performed. Determination of evaluative criteria to be used because the basis for the analysis and synthesis need to be assessed. Now, the first step of the process of information analysis, consolidation and repackaging. That is step number 1, selection. Selection is very crucial step in the process of information analysis, consolidation and repackaging, which determines the content of the information consolidation services and products. Selection includes the evaluation and is basic, essential and indivisible a part of information consolidation. Selection requires a selection policy, selection aids and tools, and specification of the selection process. A selection policy, which is the statement regarding users and their needs, subject topics or mission to be dealt with and kind of information sources and material to be covered. Selection aids and tool guides in selection and facilitation verification. These aids are the tools that facilitate the spot material applicable for considering in selection, which are summarized in table 1 of main content. The specification of selection process involve decision on procedures of judging intrinsic values of information in sources and demand and users appropriateness. Now, the selection policy. The essentials of selection policy are users and users needs, subject which is discipline oriented, materials which is mission or problem oriented. Next is the slide showing the selection process, which involves the selectors, which involves the procedures for judging the intrinsic value, the procedure for judging and users appropriateness. Next step is the selection aids, which involves basic bibliography, selection list, reviews which may be formal or informal, reference books and directories, content tables, indexing services, SDI services, new title information and invisible collectors. You can see the slide where step number 2, that is information analysis, is outlined. Selection and evaluation are followed by information analysis and synthesis to be used in the product and services for dissemination of the target special users. Analysis is a process of determining and isolating the most salient information conveyed by the given information services and separating this information into its constituent elements on the basis of the predetermined evaluative and other perspectives. The process of analysis is based on preliminary and fundamental processes are as well study of specialized area and the users on the basis of which information would be analyzed. This information is organized on the basis of subject by creation of table of contents, classification, codification, etc. The objective, resources and constraints of the system through which the information ought to be transferred should be considered following determination evaluative criteria, and the steps involved in are familiarization of content of documents, preliminary sorting of contents, that is first evaluation, selection, extraction, unneeded information, then verification of content, which is also known as second evaluation, then sorting of information based on typology. Next step is the synthesis of information. Synthesis is following the analysis. Synthesis is a process of condensation and abandonment of analysis of information from one or more sources and presentation of information in a new arrangement or structure with the interpretive or evaluative point of view. It requires the comparative arrangement of the extracted information, compression or merger in the structure or form most suited to the users, and uses an evaluation of the final results. Synthesis involves the steps which involve comparative arrangement and merging, comparative evaluation, which is the third evaluation, resolution of conflict, compression of information, evaluation of final product, which is the fourth evaluation. Next step is the evaluation. Evaluation is considered with the determination of intrinsic merit, validity and reliability, or in brief, the quality of information and of information sources which is able to eventually be consolidated. As such, it is crucial to both the selection, synthesis and analysis. The evaluation stages involve: number 1, evaluation of information sources; next, verification of individual extract; next, comparative evaluation of various extract in every class of taxonomic classes. Then the final is evaluation of synthesized product. The next step in whole process is restructuring. Restructuring of extracted information to the content that can be used most effectively and with efficiency by users. This might involve synthesis, condensation, rewriting, simplifying the review, state of art, presentation, etc. Restructuring of content aspects need to be determination of the mode and languages within the content of information consolidation products ought to be conferred to users in a way that is more compatible with the user's scenario and desire, to be conferred to users in a way that is most compatible with user scenario and desires. Additional specifically restructuring required determination of extent to which available content is to be incorporated, degree of invariability of information as found with the original text, degree of detail of information, degree of changes of sequence, technical sophistication, temporal aspects and editorial qualities. The fourth step of the process is information repackaging. Packaging and repackaging ought to be supported the necessity of enhancing the potential use, comprehension, assimilation and recall, and need to work out the medium and format within which the information consolidation product are going to be conferred there to users. It is noteworthy restructuring deals with the content or substance of information, while packaging deals with the shape of its presentation. Information packaging is done with the assistance of various sort of media, that is print media, audiovisual media, electronic media and social content. In packaging format, the necessity of effective information ought to be followed in terms of readability, viewability, audibility, identifiability and mnemonics. The next step of the process is dissemination. It is a matter of distribution and delivery of information, products and services through certain channels to its user. It needs the determination of the channels by which the information product would be delivered into the hands of the users. The doable channels for information consolidation are social delivery, group personal delivery, in-house dissemination, mailing, native depository, newspaper, broadcasting, radio and TV, telephone and computer networks. Some more important channels for dissemination of information consolidated products include interpersonal delivery, group personal delivery, strategic placement, in-house delivery, local depositories and mass media. Next step is the marketing of information. It is a method of viewing the entire information, services and its products for the purpose of view of ultimate results, that is, from the use and user's point of view. It is an accumulative set of activities that aimed through fulfilling the information needs. Marketing research is done, which involves the analysis of user group, identification of characteristic needs, wants, similarities, constraints and economics. Segmentation of users into the groups with similar characteristics, values, needs, information benefits would help the categorization of information, which involves product development. The product development, here the product is information, and development of information consolidated product. The product or services in congruence with the finding of market research. Targeting and testing of products led to the consideration of alternative products, adaptation if necessary, and finally targeting the given user segment. Next is the communication, which involves providing information to users about the benefits, uses of information products. Economics. It determines the cost factor of pricing decisions, analysis of economic factors, etc. Then the dissemination, which involves the delivery of products or services in an effective way, at the right time and at the right place. It also involves the promotion of information services. Then the evaluation. To consider the competence of the product and the services, dissemination procedure and channel, etc. and unremitted evaluation procedure should be followed. The evaluation should be based on feedback from the users, thus by calculation and for the satisfaction of the products, etc. The next and the final step is the feedback from users and the analysis of the products and the changes. Now, the slide is showing the various examples of information consolidation product. The various information products in different media involved are review, which involves critical review, state-of-art report, reports, which involve assessment, market, technical reports, all alerting, bulletins or newsletters, data, database, technical writing, which involve guides, manuals, instruction sheets, explanation on complex subject provided in the style and language engaged towards the given audience level. Popular articles about the scientific and the technical topics. Handbooks which compile the essential data and information on the subject. Critical studies, comparison of various practices or policies with pros and cons on listing. Impact and future studies. Request. which involves evaluative on-demand studies, compliance and briefing. Some of the other information consolidation products are tabulated on the basis of different media and diffusion by stage in self-explanatory table and respectively. The table provides a list of the possible information consolidation product in different media. Now, what are the benefits of information consolidation? The value of consolidation information is evident to information professional. Unfortunately, the values and benefits are far from the clear to several users or potential users. Even the users with high level of education and responsibility fail to check the advantage of consolidated information for them and for the aims of their organization. The slide is showing the explanatory table which outlines the various potential benefits of these products. Consolidated information could contribute the information sophistication of population that successively contributes the quality of life. The significance of consolidated information is argued in relevancy to its role in creating higher cognitive processes and downside the determination as making decisions and determination issues, even those encountered in everyday work and require information. Now, what is the value of information in decision making and problem solving? The value of consolidated information changes with the type and the amount of information. To illustrate, a pile of document on the given topic on the decision maker's desk or a very worker's hand has little value or to the decisions that have to create on the topic or the issues they have to unravel or solve. Even supposing the documents could have all the information that is required. Summaries could have bit more value. Merger of excerpts from assortment of documents could have little more value. Evaluation of information will significantly increases its value. The paramount value of information is in a very set of alternative choices summarized from all the sources mentioned and proposal of decisions or resolution of the problems. These relations are expressed in the figure that is shown in the current slide. In other words, at the same time as the quantity of information more and more consolidated, its value increases. As the information is progressed, the assessed in the plain language on the basis of their social usability and its framework of the user. The slide is showing the information consolidated units and the centers of India. Information analysis and consolidated activities are being distributed by several information centers. Moreover, R&D establishments, notably within the field of science and technology, and that they are conveys out various IAC products for the advantage of completely different users group. Some of them are NISCARE, which provide electronic resources, online databases, medicinal aromatic plants abstracts. ICAR, which provide vocational training to the farmers, training to extension. ICAR has a large network of ICAR and SAU extension system. Krishi Vigyan Kendra, training institutes, Institute of Village Linkage Program, and the centers, agricultural technology information centers, etc. Now, while concluding this module, I would only say that information consolidation is applicable to extremely specialized users, that is engineers, scientists, managers, policymakers and other category of users, to lesser sophistication, that is general public. The information consolidation provide an immense opportunity for users, non-print dissemination channels and packaging media, notably in relevancy of information for the board of audience in the urban as well as rural area. Information consolidation is advanced and demand an explicit commitment of resources. However, information consolidation has verified its importance and benefits in information transfer. Therefore, information consolidation ought to be higher consideration within the institute or refinement of information efforts serving developing and countries.